Hi guys, it's Laura and today I'm doing my January wrap up. So as you can see, I am in a different location to normal. I'm actually facing my bookshelf. It is quite late in the evening, so the lighting isn't as good. It's quite dark over in that corner, and so I thought I'd just sit over here and we'd have some lovely light. I'm also filming on a different day to usual, so that's why I'm not filming at my usual time, and that's because I didn't upload a video last week and I thought I should get on with it, and Saturday's too far away for me to upload a video. So I have sent my boyfriend upstairs packing with headphones on and shutting the door because he likes to laugh at me when I'm talking to put me off, and we'll see how this goes. But yes, today is my January wrap up. I read 5 books in January and thoroughly enjoyed all of them for different reasons. I had a really good month reading. The last few months of 2015 I really struggled to read as much as I wanted to read, and I just didn't have the urge to read, whereas this month these books were just calling to me and I just flew through them. So the first book I want to talk about with you guys is Kiss Me First by Lottie McGough. I think that's how you say it. This is the book that I mentioned in some of my previous videos, and I really did enjoy the start of this book. It had so much promise. However, it kind of went down. The rating for this book went down as I continued reading, and it's only a short book, so that's quite surprising. So this book is about a girl called Layla, and her mum has a terminal illness and passes away, and she has been very sheltered in her life, and when she goes and gets her own flat, she stays really sheltered too. She joins a lot of online forums and does a lot of stuff online. One of the online forums she joins is the philosophical debate one, and there she meets a guy who introduces her to a project involving a girl called Tess. Tess is a girl that wants to sort of disappear from existence, and Layla helps her do that through social media and her online presence. And it's kind of how that turns out. Yeah, it's a very peculiar book, and I picked this up a while back because I saw the trailer and I thought the trailer was really good because it's an interactive trailer and it kind of spooked me out, and I thought the book would be more like a thriller. However, I was really let down by the book as I went along and the ending. I felt like there was so much potential with the book and it just didn't go anywhere. So yeah, I gave this book 3 stars. I do recommend it if you want to read something different and something about the challenges of social media. However, it just didn't live up to my expectations. I was hoping it would be a lot better than it was. I'm actually going to be unhauling this book. I just feel this book could have been a lot better, and even though I did enjoy it, I was really disappointed by my expectations. It was really enjoyable, but not for me. So the second book I read this month was Daughter by Jane Schmidt, and this I borrowed from a friend from work. She said it was really good and I really loved this. This book is about a girl called Naomi and her mum Jenny and their family. And this book follows how Naomi goes missing and how her mother has to cope with that. It's a very emotional book. It plays with your emotions. This book makes you read on because you want to know what happens to Naomi. Naomi disappears. This book looks at the past and the present. It flashbacks about 2 weeks or so, just before the event happens of her going missing. And then the rest of it is 2 years after and what happens. You keep reading to find out whether you ever find Naomi. And I really enjoyed this book. I found it beautifully written. I gave this 4.5 stars. I'd highly recommend it. It's an adult crime novel, but it's very much about family and relationships. I think if you have children of your own, especially a daughter, you'd really relate to this. But I obviously don't have any children of my own yet, but you could really feel the emotions of what it's like to be a parent, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading this one and highly recommend it. Now the next book I have to share with you guys is the one that everyone knows or has read, and I have finally read it. Finally. And I don't know why I put it off so much, because maybe because it was so hyped up and I was worried I wouldn't enjoy it, but I love this book to pieces and I can't believe that I hadn't read it already. And as soon as I finished reading it, I just wanted to read it all over again because it was that amazing. And that is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This is 5 stars solidly. If you don't know already, which I'm shocked if you don't, because where have you been in the world? This is about a girl called Kath, and she writes fan fiction, Simon Snow fan fiction to be precise. Simon Snow is actually a play on Harry Potter, you kind of get the links as you go along. It's about her life as she goes on to college with her twin sister Ren, and how she survives as a very introverted person with all the new challenges and the changes that comes into her life and all the new people she meets. And I adore this book. It's beautiful. I love the cover. And I just love it. If you haven't read it already, I'd really, really highly recommend it. If you're a bookish, introverted sort of person, or someone who loves fan fiction, or just loves fiction in general, I think you'd really enjoy this book. I find that it's really easy to relate to the characters, and I feel so much connected to Kath as a character. I just find this book really beautiful, and I would also highly recommend this one. The next two books are kind of a duology now. The first one came out years ago, and the second one only came out in the last year, I think. But these books are phenomenal, and the film is coming out this year, so that's one of the reasons I push myself to read it. But I've wanted to read it for a while now, and so glad I did. And that is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Now, this book is about a girl called Lou Clark, and whose life is kind of a bit plain, and she doesn't do much. She knows everything about her life inside out, and then she loses her job and ends up in a new one. Her new job kind of puts her in a different perspective from what she's ever known, and she's thrown into this whole new world and whole new load of challenges. And this book, I'm not going to give too much away because it is heartbreaking and emotional and beautiful, and it brings up so many debates and ideas, and it makes you question a lot of things. And I love this book so much. The characters are bright and funny, amazing, and I just highly recommend it. I really, really love this book, and reading this one, I then had to buy the second one, which has only just come out recently, and that is After You by Jojo Moyes. This book is beautiful. I can't explain how much this is just beautiful. It's a shame they don't match, but I don't care. Inside, the books are just as beautiful as the outside. But After You explains what happens after the big happening in this book. So I can't really say too much about these without giving too much away, especially this one. If I say anything about this one at all, it would ruin this one for you. And with this one, I don't want to say too much because it's a really beautiful, easy read. I think this book is a really quick read. I read it in 3 days, which was amongst work as well. But it's really beautiful, and if you want an emotional book, this is one for you because that's what it is. But also realistic, funny characters, awkward, funny characters. I really related to the character of Lou in the awkward, funny parts as well, and not fitting in. Another thing I love about this book is it's set in England, and I love reading books that are so quintessentially English, because I feel like I can relate to them a hell of a lot more than other countries. Not to say I don't like reading books in other countries, I do. It's just I can relate to it and it feels more homely to me. But really enjoyed these two books, and if you haven't already, I'd say check them out because they are beautiful and they are very, very highly popularly recommended. Plus, the film of Me Before You is coming out very soon, and the trailer comes out tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. Obviously, this may be already out by the time I upload this. I hopefully upload this tonight. But the film trailer comes out tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that as well. So that's the end of my book haul today. These are all the books I read in the month of January. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. And I can't wait to see you guys soon with another video.